Hi, this is Sonya with Solminod, where all things are possible. We are so excited to be back in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. You know how much I love the Emerald City, my home. And we are here with several guests that have come from all across the country to come and join arms and lock arms with Lenny Wilkens and his family's foundation here to make a difference in the lives of children here in the Pacific Northwest. So we are here at the Hyatt in Bellevue, Washington for the Lenny Wilkens Foundation Celebrity Classic. And we have several guests who are joining us. One that is with us today is Mr. Tommy Davis. So Tommy, thank you so much for coming on Solminod.
Well, thanks for having me.
Glad you're here. I know that you guys have been so busy, so I thank you all for taking the time out of your busy days to come on by and sit down and have a chat with me.
No problem. Anything for Lenny, because I kind of grew up with him. So.
Well, let's talk about that.
Yeah, well, we grew up in Brooklyn together.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Played against Lenny when he was playing for Holy Rosary Catholic Church, and I was playing for St. Philip's Episcopal Church. We used to play against each other, play some baseball together, hung out together, went to high school together, played basketball in high school together.
Double date together?
No, not really. But there were times where at Holy Rosary on Sunday, there was always a basketball game and a dance after.
Uh-oh.
So, so we were there.
Holy Rosary, they had a dance?
After.
Where the girls would come?
And the girls would come.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, everybody looked forward to that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. We had a good time there. And so Lenny, I was going to go to Providence with him, but I decided to play baseball instead. And he went on. So
you had two talents?
Yeah, I played baseball and basketball. Yeah.
So Bo Jackson back in the day?
I guess, yeah. Bo was outstanding too. Yeah.
But you chose baseball?
Yes, yes, and was very fortunate and had some pretty good seasons, like Lenny. And I was able to play from 1960 to 1976.
Wow.
In the major leagues.
Long career.
Yes, I did.
In what position?
I was an outfielder. That's right. Played a little infield, little first base, and then the designated hitter came. And I participated in that too.
And who did you play for?
Well, you want to be here the rest of the year? I played with
long list over 16 years,
right?
Yeah,
I played with 10 teams.
Oh my!
And started with the Dodgers. I had my glory years with the Dodgers, and was fortunate enough to lead the league in hitting in 1962 and 1963.
Leading the league, wow!
And I hold the single season record for RBIs for the Dodgers. LA and Brooklyn.
Oh, wow.
153.
153? You're kidding.
And
that's incredible. Very impressive.
I had 230 hits 1 year. So that was, the beginning, and that held me off for 18 years almost. Those 2 years I started with,
You're able to ride out on the coattails of those 2 years, huh?
Well, I've had some other good years too.
Yeah, I bet.
But I broke an ankle, and so I started getting traded, and I played with several teams after that.
What was your batting average?
What, for what? Oh, those 2 years?
During those 2 years.
346 and 326.
What's your favorite position to play?
Bat.
Isn't that what they always say?
I want to swing the bat, I wasn't noted for my defense, but I wanted to swing the bat. But and I was able to play in several teams. Played with a lot of good ball players. Played with Oakland, and played. We talked about those 2 good years. And we're here for talking about Lenny, but basically, I'm going to get this on my best year was with the Mets.
Okay.
After a broken ankle.
That's my husband's team, the Mets.
And,
he's from Jersey, and that's his team.
Yeah. And after a year or two of the broken ankle, I had to ask his manager, whose name was Wes Westrom. I would like to play as much as I can to see if I could be a full-time ball player again. And he allowed me to play. And
Great.
I hit 302 with a last-place team. And so,
wow.
And really, I really was happy that particular year. And one thing is, I'll give you one more story that you can read to. Let's talk about Lenny. But the reason I hit 302, next to the last game of the season, in that year, in 1967, we're playing the Dodgers, my ex-team.
Okay.
All right. And Don Drysdale's pitching.
Uh-huh.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
And he's noted for knocking people down. It was all right when I played with him.
Right.
But at the time, I was 0 for 2.
Okay.
The third time at bat, the count was 0 and 2.
Okay.
So I got out of the batter's box and I talked to the catcher. His name was John Roseberry, a real good friend of mine. I said, Johnny. He said, what do you want? I said, I'm hitting about 299 now, or maybe 300. Yeah. I'm 0 for 2 today. The count is 0 and 2. He said, I didn't know. What do you want?
We got a game to play. What are you doing? What are you talking about?
What you want? I said, well, give me something I can handle, man. Something I can. And normally when the count's 0 and 2 and Drysdale pitching, the next pitch is usually right there.
Right, that's right.
But I'll be darned if he threw me one right there and I hit a double.
Really?
And I got to second base, and since we were in last place, and it was the day before the last game of the season, I said, timeout. I'm out of here. Let me out of here. That's how I ended up hitting 302.
Very strategic.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
What was your best game that you ever played in? Not necessarily the best game that you played, but what was your most memorable game and why was it the most memorable game?
Well, it was a series.
Okay.
I'm from New York, and in Brooklyn, it was in. Let's say when Jackie Robinson came into to the game, the Dodgers were in about 6 World Series. Since and they were all played against the Yankees. Right. They lost 5 out of 6. They won their first World Series ever in 1955. Ever. Johnny Podgers beat them 2-0. All right. Well, we played the Yankees in 1963. All right. And this is after losing the playoffs in 1962 to the Giants. We got back and played the Yankees in 1963 and beat them 4 in a row. They did not win a game. All right?
Shut them out.
I shut them out. Well, beat them 4 in a row. And Mr. Koufax, you remember that name? Sandy Koufax won 2, Drysdale won 1, and Johnny Podgers won 1. And I hit 400 that series. So that's the kind of things I kind of remember.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Those are the types of things that one would remember.
Yeah. So, but going back to Lenny, he was awfully quick, and when we played, we could see that he was going to be something special. Yeah. Because you couldn't dribble the ball around him easy. Next thing you'd be doing this, and the ball would not be there.
Right. Your hand is still going, and the ball's gone.
Well, that happened to Elgin Baylor one time. They played an exhibition game.
Oh, really?
He snuck around Elgin Baylor and took the ball, and he was still doing this. Yeah, it did. It did. They were exhibition game in Phoenix. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Harlem Globetrotters. Spirit of Harlem Globetrotters just kind of came on the course there just for a minute, huh?
And when they said Lenny could only go to his left, they still couldn't stop him. Lenny. You talk about, the guys I admired the most in basketball. Number 1 and 2 was Lenny Wilkens and Elgin Baylor. Those were my 2 favorite ball players. All right. You're talking about guys that are big, tall. No, Lenny was amongst those tall trees, right? Aww. And he did what he did. He's in the Hall of Fame as a ball player, as a coach. He's also in the Hall of Fame because they won an Olympic championship.
Dream Team.
Dream Team.
That's right.
So 3 times.
Only 3-time Hall of Famer. That's right.
Can we talk about anybody else? Anybody? No.
Hands, please. Anybody? Anybody? No.
That's Mr. Lenny Wilkens. That's my man, and he'll always be my man.
Yes.
And don't forget Marilyn too.
Oh no. Well,
Marilyn would knock me out if I don't mention her name.
You know what I was thinking about today when I was thinking about Marilyn? I was thinking, she is the rocket fuel behind the man. She is the Spitfire behind the man.
Oh, she totally is. Lenny's quiet. You know why he's quiet, don't you?
Because of Marilyn. Don't you love her, though?
I love her.
Yeah.
I love her. Oh, well, we have a lot of good times together. A lot of good times together.
She's great. Yeah. I love her. She'll just kick off her shoes and kick up her feet.
And let's go.
Dance, yes.
Let's go. Let's go. And Lenny, don't forget to do this now. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And he knows better, just like Stack. Stack was talking about how he, will do whatever his wife says, right?
Oh, Gene kick his butt. Gene kick his butt. No problem. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I grew up with Stack and Gene when they first came out, and my first wife and I, and she also passed recently. And we were all together, all four of us. We did everything together. Yeah.
Vacations, holidays,
everything together.
Babies, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And when my wife was having baby, Stack and Jean was taking care of, because I had to go play ball.
Right.
And they were right there taking care of me. Yeah.
Those are special relationships that you just don't hear of a lot. So that's nice that you guys have that.
Well, and don't forget now, we both became pros at the same time, me and Lenny, and we kept in contact all these years.
Right.
Yeah. When I go to St. Louis, he comes see me play, and when he comes to LA, I go see him play.
Well, and it is about 41 years, right? 40, 50.
No,
Let me do the math.
You're talking about what? From when? From we signed?
No, 52 years. So is that right? Since y'all signed? Is that about right?
Well, I signed in 56. He signed in 60.
Okay, so about 52 for
52
him
years.
and
Oh, don't worry
few
about
extra
me.
for you.
Don't worry about it.
So longevity.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, we're still around.
Yes.
And a lot of our friends are.
Yeah. And so you're looking forward to this weekend?
Always.
You getting out on the course?
Yeah, like Stack, I don't play as much as I used to.
Right.
I don't say I'm an 8 handicap and really 11, but but yeah, I played a lot before. Now I don't play as much.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll be enjoyable. It's always a great event, so well organized. So we have 160 players this year.
It's getting bigger each year.
Yeah.
Each year. Eventually, you might need 2 golf courses, but I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think he likes that.
Yeah, they like the intimacy of it,
right?
Of having everybody together.
Right.
As soon as it was posted, I mean, the invitations went out, and it went up on the website, and I don't know if it was a matter of days or hours. Sold out.
Sold out.
Golf tournament is sold out right there on the website.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm always happy to come up here. Anything for money. He had golf tournaments, elsewhere too. When he was coaching other teams, he had them in. He
did in Atlanta, right?
He did in Atlanta. He did also in Cleveland. Because I used to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And were you a 7 or 8 back then?
Huh?
Were you like a 7 handicap back then in those tournaments?
The lowest I ever been was a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 works.
Yeah. But when you play a lot, sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah. Right.
I'd rather be a 15. Right? Yeah. I love golf. Love watching it all the time. Yeah, I like that game.
Well, I
can't master it, but I like watching.
Yeah, I can't seem to master it either. I just picked it up about 4 years ago, so I'm learning. I don't call it sticks anymore; they're clubs, and now I understand there's irons and there's the hybrids and there's the drivers.
Well, the hybrids came when you came, basically.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Well, that I learned with those.
Yeah,
so.
those they're easy to hit. I love them really.
Yeah, they have that bow with them. With my driver when I go to drive, and I've had some pictures taken, and they just bow back. Like the wingtips of a Boeing 747-400,
Yeah.
Have that flexibility. I love working with them.
Don't stop. You got the bug now, it sounds like, doesn't it?
I've got the bug, yes.
And Lenny brings a lot of the young kids to play in this tournament, too.
Yeah.
Kids that have a future in golf.
Yes.
Yeah. And which I think is great. Great to do that,
Yeah.
Yeah. The children's our future, and that's where he's in that area where the children's our future. They want them to use their brain, be healthy while they use their brain.
Right.
You can't use your brain when you're not healthy.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's what he does.
It is. That is always the focus for him. It's I've had him on my shows a couple times, and they talk about how it is about the children. We want opportunities. We want to create opportunities for those who do not have those opportunities for whatever reasons, and those who are in unfortunate circumstances. I mean, like when we were talking just a moment ago with our previous guest, could you imagine turning a child away at the ER? Could you imagine turning a child away that is sick and has an illness, and because they don't have insurance,
That's sad,
It is.
But it starts when a child is not feeling well at school, and he gets reprimanded because he's not feeling well.
Right.
Well, you got to get them well before
Right.
they perform in school.
Right.
And that's what Lenny is. You can't have if a child's sick,
Yeah.
he's not going to be.
He can't focus. He can't retain information.
He can't retain.
He can't remember. That's right.
So
yeah.
he wants them well, and then let them go about their business and do what they have to do. Because some of these people are going to be making decisions.
That's right.
In the future.
That's
It's going
right.
to determine whether we go there or here or have a new place to live someplace up there. So like, you know,
That's right. And the Odessa Brown Children's Clinic, which he backs, so vehemently, is they have that dental care and the well baby checkups for the children to keep them healthy, and they have the psychiatric care and the counseling and the life coaching, and so it really is just the full package for these families.
It started with a lady who didn't have health insurance. She decided to do something about it.
Yes, she did, didn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
Miss Odessa Brown. I wish I had the opportunity to meet her. No longer with us, though. Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed talking to you.
And I thank you so much for coming on the show. Will you come and join us again, or maybe we can Skype you in if it's across the miles?
Whenever you need me, I'll be here.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Anything that has to do with Lenny Wilkens.
That's right. Well, thank you so much. Tommy Davis here on Solminod. This is Sonya Doswell signing off, and we just hope that you will all be blessed in whatever you put your hands to do in the coming weeks. So thanks again for tuning into Solminod. We'll see you next time. Thanks, and ciao.